Neon lights washed the Seoul alley in shades of electric pink and cold blue. The rain had just stopped, leaving the pavement slick enough to reflect every sign, every shimmer, every shadow. Amina tightened her grip on her camera. She had walked through rough neighborhoods before. College Park wasn't exactly a pillow-soft upbringing, but Seoul was different. Calmer. Safer. Softer. At least, that's what she told herself. Tonight, the city felt wrong. She heard footsteps behind her. Slow. Heavy. Intentional. She turned. A man stepped into the alleyway, hood low, hands in pockets. He wasn't lost. He wasn't confused. He was approaching her. Her heartbeat turned sharp. Not tonight, she whispered, raising her camera like a weapon. But then, a deeper shadow detached itself from the corner behind her. A silhouette tall enough to be intimidating, elegant enough to be controlled. He stepped into the light. Jaw sharp. Coat tailored. Eyes unreadable. And he said only one word in perfect English. Leave. The mugger didn't question. Didn't argue. He just ran, as if he already knew the man who had spoken. Amina stared. Whoever this stranger was, he carried danger like a second skin. But he kept a respectful distance, eyes lowered, stance gentle. His lavender scent drifted toward her, clean, subtle, expensive. He didn't even look at her directly. Oh, she thought, relieved but curious. He's gorgeous. And definitely gay. He escorted her home quietly, bowing before he turned to walk away. She blinked, stunned, watching him disappear into the neon haze. She thought she'd never see him again. She was wrong about that too. If you're watching from somewhere dangerous tonight, drop your city below. And trust me, you'll want to see what happens when she realizes the truth. 3 weeks earlier, Amina had landed in Seoul with only 2 suitcases, 1 camera bag, and a soul exhausted from surviving Atlanta. She wasn't just escaping a place. She was escaping a person, an ex-boyfriend who thought controlling her career meant controlling her life. She chose Seoul because nobody knew her here. Nobody expected anything. Nobody watched her every move. I can finally breathe, she wrote in her journal. Her days quickly found rhythm. Mornings editing photos at Minseo's tiny cafe, a chaotic blend of pastries, neon hair dye, and unsolicited advice. You Americans, Minseo teased, waving a croissant, think every polite Korean man is gay. Respect doesn't mean disinterest. Kwame, her Ghanaian photographer friend, always shook his head. This city has layers, Amina. Beautiful layers and deadly ones. Don't get too comfortable. But she did. She wandered Seoul at night capturing couples under street lamps, vendors at markets, lovers whispering under umbrellas. Seoul felt like a living photograph. Then, 2 days after the alley incident, he reappeared. The mysterious man. Standing outside Minseo's cafe like he'd materialized out of air. Amina had laughed. Are you following me? His ears had turned pink. I was, in the area. They ended up talking for an hour. About photography, light, movement, Seoul's old streets. His insights were sharp, too sharp. Something about him unsettled her, but in a way that made her want to lean closer. That night, readers saw a secret she didn't. A confidential file on Kang Jae-Ho's desk. Her photos. Her visa info. Her routes. Her ex's name. He knew everything. And Amina's camera? She had already captured something dangerous, a man in a gray suit in the background of a street shot. She had no idea. She was falling for a man she thought could never want her. Meanwhile, he was falling apart trying to stay away. For 2 weeks, a pattern formed. Jay kept appearing, but never too close. Never intrusive. Always respectful. He brought ginger tea once. You said you liked it. She laughed. You are literally the sweetest gay man I've ever met. He choked on air but said nothing. Then everything changed with a single photograph. At a night market, Amina snapped photos of lanterns and spices, unaware of the illegal deal happening behind her. Kwame noticed first. Delete this. Now. It's just a street photo. He stared at her, fear sharp in his eyes. That man in the gray suit? He's not someone you photograph. Amina brushed it off, until threatening texts arrived. Delete the photo or delete yourself. Mincio translated. Amina froze. Panicking, she called the only person she trusted, the man she thought was her safe gay friend. His voice shifted into steel. Where are you? Stay inside. I'm coming. Minutes later, a black SUV screeched outside her building. 4 men stepped out. Jay arrived at the same moment, grabbing her waist, pulling her behind him. The touch shot through her like electricity. Warm. Firm. Claiming. Her mind screamed. Oh. Oh no, he's not gay. The fight was savage and fast. 3 men down in seconds. The 4th ran the instant he recognized Jay. Amina's breath trembled. What are you? Jay stared at her, chest rising with adrenaline. The answer would destroy everything she thought she knew. Inside her apartment, Jay finally spoke the truth. I'm Kang Jae-Ho, leader of the Jeonseong syndicate. Amina's world tilted. Fear tangled with anger, and dangerous attraction. I thought you were gay? He huffed a bitter laugh. I avoided looking at you because I didn't trust myself. I wanted to touch you from the moment I saw you fight that mugger with only a camera. Her pulse jumped. He explained the real threat. Lee Sung-min. A rival hungry for Jay's territory. The photo Amina took? It captured Sung-min making an illegal arms deal. Deadly mistake. Now he knows I care about you, Jay said quietly. He'll use you to get to me. He offered options, a safe house, a new identity, a flight back to America. I didn't come to Seoul to run from another man, she snapped. This isn't your ex, he warned. Sung-min kills for sport. Then teach me how to survive your world. He stared at her like she was the most reckless, beautiful thing alive. She reached up, touching his face. He leaned into her palm, starving for it. Their lips were a breath away. Until his phone rang. Emergency. He left reluctantly. Lock your doors. Trust no one but Mincio. Obstacles formed quickly. Taehyun, Jay's second-in-command, despised her presence. Sung-min's spies were everywhere. Amina's visa was expiring. And Jay's family expected him to marry a Korean woman. Yet when he left that night, the truth lingered in the air. She wasn't scared of him. She was scared of how much she already wanted him. 48 hours later, Jay brought her into his world. Not to a warehouse, but to a penthouse overlooking Seoul's glittering skyline. His inner circle watched her like she was a walking disaster. Taehyun, she's a weakness. Jiwoo, she's brave. I like her. Old man Choi, a black woman? In our family, I like her fire. As she explored, Amina realized Jay's syndicate wasn't just criminal, they protected small businesses from foreign gangs, supported orphanages, and funneled money into community programs. You're a criminal with a conscience, she teased. I'm a man surviving the world I was born into. Then everything cracked. Jiwoo zoomed in on Amina's photo, revealing something no one saw before. Taehyun shaking hands with Sung-min's lieutenant. Jay's world shattered. Taehyun confessed in tears. His daughter was hostage. He had betrayed Jay to keep her alive. The attack on Amina, it was to expose your weakness, he whispered. Jay faced an impossible decision, save the girl and walk into a trap, or lose his honor forever. Amina stepped forward. What if we turn the trap on him? Later that night, Jae finally broke down, quiet, exhausted, vulnerable. "I'm so tired of this life." She held him gently. He kissed her forehead, voice soft. "You make me want to be free." "Then let's get you free," she whispered. The war had officially begun. Their plan collapsed instantly. The fake exchange was exposed. Sungmin arrived himself, with over 20 soldiers. Amina was ripped away. Jae fought like a demon, but he was injured, bleeding, overwhelmed. She was shoved into a van, screaming his name. In captivity, she woke in a luxury suite, Sungmin's twisted version of comfort. He smiled coldly. "You're worth more alive, for now." His plan was simple. Force Jae to surrender territory using Amina and the girl as leverage. Then kill them all anyway. "You underestimate what love makes people capable of," she spat. "Love makes them stupid," he replied. But Amina had already activated a hidden tracker in her camera strap. Back at headquarters, Jiwoo found the signal. Old man Choi smirked. "That woman is smarter than all of us." Jae, furious and terrified, whispered. "She's going to get herself killed." He wasn't wrong. Amina befriended Sungmin's maid, a gentle older woman with tired eyes. From her, she learned the girl, Suah, was held 2 floors down. Using her photographer's memory, she mapped out the building. At night, she flickered her room lights in Morse code. Jiwoo decoded the message. Meanwhile, Old Man Choi told Jae. "You cannot win with force. Win with what he lacks." "Which is?" "People who love you." Jae united 5 rival families with proof of Sungmin's dangerous deals. Taehyun insisted on a suicide mission. Jae refused. "You come back alive." "That's an order." Amina stole the maid's phone and made a final call, 30 seconds before the battery died. "I'm sorry I scared you," she whispered. Jae exhaled shakily. "I'm sorry I didn't tell you I loved you sooner." "You just did." The line cut. The countdown began. At 11:47 p.m., Jiwoo cut the power. Chaos erupted. 5 families attacked the fortress front. Jae's team infiltrated from underground tunnels. Amina picked the lock to her room using a hairpin, whispering, "Thank you, YouTube tutorials." She found Suah shivering but safe. Guards heard them. Amina smashed one with her camera, using the flash to blind him. They ran. Reaching the stairwell, she froze. Sungmin stood there. Gun pointed at her head. "I warned you. Love makes people stupid." Amina lifted her chin. "No. It makes them brave." She headbutted him, grabbed Suah, and ran. Sungmin aimed at her back. But Jae burst through the door, slamming into him. Both men crashed down a flight of stairs. The fight was brutal, fists, elbows, rage. Sungmin pulled a knife. Jae was seconds from death. Taehyun appeared, taking the blade through his stomach. He fell. Sungmin didn't see Jae's final move. "This is for my brother," Jae growled. "And for everyone you've destroyed." He struck once. Sungmin fell 3 floors. He didn't get up. Jae dragged himself upstairs, blood-soaked, barely breathing. Amina held Suah close, tears streaking her cheeks. When she saw Jae, she broke. He collapsed into her arms. "Don't you dare die on me, Kang Jae-Ho." He managed a weak smile. "I told you. I'm hard to kill." Taehyun survived. Suah ran into his arms sobbing. Police arrived. Old Man Choi arranged everything, Sungmin's death blamed on gang crossfire. The war was over. 3 months later, Amina woke in a hospital bed with Jae sleeping beside her, still holding her hand. Minseo and Kwame brought flowers. Jiwoo handed her a new camera. "You're going to need this." Jae kept his promise, slowly legitimizing operations, turning the syndicate into real businesses. Amina's photos, carefully curated, were featured in a Seoul gallery. Her visa? Handled. Legally that time. One evening at sunset, Jae took her to his penthouse rooftop. "I want to be free with you," he said softly. 6 months. "Anywhere you want." She kissed him. "Then let's be selfish together." The final image showed them kissing as her camera timer clicked, Seoul glowing behind them. Her voice echoed. "I came to Seoul running away. But I found something worth staying for. A love dangerous enough to challenge me, and soft enough to save me." The end. Don't forget to click the subscribe and like button to be connected for more Afro-Korean stories like this. Bye for now.